What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I know Golden State Warriors fans are, Dallas Mavericks fans, probably not so much. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But I want to get into that series a little bit and what the Mavs need to do into the future to give Luka Doncic another chance at a ring. Because I think that there is some work to be done. And I think they actually have a little bit of options to make that happen. First, I want to just to prove why they need to make this kind of move. Kevon Looney, of all people, was killing them. You know, you got Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, and they were getting killed by Kevon Looney out of all of them. That's a glaring indictment of a huge weakness that they have at center, which, you know, they went through the entire season with having that weakness because they traded Kristaps Porzingis, so they didn't really have a big body in there. Kleber tries, Dwight Powell gives effort, but those guys are not starter quality, you know, Western Conference Finals starting center big men. So I think, you know, Kevon, what did he average? 10.6 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 68% from the field in 28 minutes. And he played really, really good defense switching. He's going to be a free agent this year, so he's probably going to get a bag. I don't think Dallas is necessarily the spot for them. I think that he has different teams, probably staying in Golden State's probably the best one. But Kevon had a great series. And if you're a Mavs fan, that was probably the one guy you probably weren't thinking was going to have a great series in, you know, the long run. So I think that there's a few centers that they should go after, or at least send a contract offer to, or at least try and negotiate with, because there's this free agency class is not very, very good. And I don't know what's going to happen with Brunson, so I'm not really going to go into him, but I think center is a bigger need because I think that, you know, having Dinwiddie on the books and stuff like that, they have another creator if necessary. But the center that I like, I'm not sure if the most or the second most, but Mo Bamba, because I think he's going to be relatively cheap. He's young. He's never played with a player as great as Luka. Untapped potential. Hasn't really got a great opportunity there in Orlando. He's still in Orlando. He can shoot. I think he's played college ball in Texas. I think there is a lot of good things that he could possibly provide and maybe show how great he was supposed to be. I think Mo Bamba would be a pretty good option. I don't think he's going to cost a max contract or anything like that. So if you were to bring Brunson back, you could probably bring him in. I think he'd probably be open to it too, because he'd be given basically starting center role, which he's been waiting for. So let me know if you like the Mo Bamba fit or not, or if you have a different opinion, who else you might want. I got like 3 more names on here. The next one, and it might be a little bit weird considering they just eliminated the guy from the playoffs, but Deandre Ayton is a restricted free agent. And it sounds like I did a video on him. It sounds like he wants to bounce and leave because he doesn't feel wanted in Phoenix. And I completely get that. He doesn't want to be the third option. Well, I would think that if he went to Dallas, he'd probably be the solidified second option. I didn't have him on like the list of teams that I thought were going to be the ones going for him, but I think that they should, because he can be a 20-10 guy when he gets his opportunities. He can play some pretty good defense, and I think he would fit in really, really well with a guy like Luka Doncic, where he'll have more opportunities, but not all of the opportunities, all the load or anything like that. So I think Ayton would be very, very good. You'd probably have to do him in a sign-in trade, but Phoenix is probably going to want something back. But when a guy wants to leave, I don't think Phoenix will want to match a max contract. I think that their owner is going to be pretty cheap on this. Otherwise, they would have gave it to him last offseason after he balled out in the playoffs. But so I think that they could offer something like Bertans and Hardaway just to make the money work, because I think those guys each make a little over 16 million. And, you know, you can flex the money around for Ayton's first year or whatnot, making incentives or something. But because I don't think that in a sign and trade, the Suns would get a lot back for him. I think it's kind of, he's leaving, you know, you just want to get something, and Hardaway would be a good bench piece. And then Bertans as a backup, you know, spark plug shooter, if you wanted to roll that, if you're Phoenix, maybe that works for them. I think that's a possible trade you could see, because I don't think that the Mavs would want Bertans in the long run, and Hardaway literally wasn't even playing in the playoffs. So you would basically be losing a guy that wasn't even there in the first place. Another guy I could see them going kind of a similar tier as Mo Bamba is Jalen Smith. I think he was drafted by Phoenix a couple years ago, never really got a big opportunity to show why he was drafted so high. He can shoot a little bit in the little bits of time that I've watched him. Can play a little bit of defense, can rebound. He's a big. It's kind of the same thing as Mo Bamba. I think that he could just be looking for a bigger opportunity. And I think he's actually an unrestricted free agent too, because he got traded a couple times. So no one has his bird rights. I could see a guy like Jalen Smith. They haven't watched much of him. Look up some highlights. He looks like he's promising. just needs to play in the right system and be given the right opportunities. And I think a coach like Jason Kidd and Luka Doncic as a star player could probably get the best out of him. And it would I think it would honestly bolster their center position to where they wouldn't be able to just get destroyed by a guy like Kevon Looney in, the biggest games of the playoffs. I think Kevon had like 18 rebounds tonight. Like, can't let that happen in an elimination game. Your season is literally on the line. So I think that they need somebody big that can at least provide a presence in the paint. And I think guys like Jalen Smith and Mo Bamba are probably not going to cost too much. So if they wanted to be cheaper about it, that's who you'd probably look to. I don't see them going for guys like Nurkic. It could, but I don't really see the potential fit working too well there for the defensive side of the ball. And he hasn't played a lot in the last couple of years. The last guy on here, a lot of this has been rumored a ton just because Dallas needs a center and there's a team that needs to basically blow it up, and that's the Utah Jazz. So if you know who I'm talking about, Rudy Gobert. Me personally, I'm not big on this one because you'd be paying this guy $46 million in his age 33 season when he's never really been a great offensive player. So defensively, he's probably bound to wear down because he's probably not going to get more agile as he gets older. So I've seen that can be an option if the Jazz were blowing it up and if the Mavs were looking for a center like that and they missed out on some other guys. I could see it happening. I just don't know if you want to pay that guy a max for the next 4 years while you're on Luka Doncic's beginning of his prime. Obviously, I think Luka's contract is kicking in, or if he even got one, he should have. But Gobert, he's an option. I would prefer Ayton over him for sure because I think Ayton has a higher potential and can do more on offense and can still play pretty good defense. And then Mo Bamba, I think he'd be fantastic. And then Jalen Smith, if you wanted to roll with him, I think he could get really good minutes out of that guy. Or maybe they go for Kevon Looney because he just killed him in the playoffs. I mean, I could see it happening. I don't think that's very likely because I would be stunned if Kevon left to go anywhere else other than playing Golden State. He seems like he's found a home there. Warriors fans love that guy now, especially. But as a Mavs fan, who would you guys want? Or NBA fans, like who would you want to see them pick up, to match with Luka Doncic? Because I think there's a couple different options that they could have. Maybe Moses Brown. I think they already had him at one point though and didn't really even play him. I like a younger, untapped potential kind of guy, or somebody like Ayton that just needs the opportunities. I think that could really, really work. Gobert, I've heard the rumors. I see the rumors. I understand them, but I'm just not so big on it because his contract is atrocious for a guy that, yeah, he can put up 15 points, but it's mostly on like putbacks. It's not really like you can just throw in the ball and go get a bucket. It's still going to be on Luka to really score a bunch. So I don't know. I think that they should look at Ayton first, Bamba second, and then Jalen Smith third. And I think you could probably get one of those three guys, and then you could bolster your center position. You still have Maxey on the bench. And then you're kind of rocking and rolling for next season, and you're probably going back to the Western Conference Finals, depending how the rest of the league plays out. But yeah, Mavs fans, let me know who you want on your team at center, because clearly you cannot roll back with Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber as the only two guys. You need somebody bigger, somebody with more of a presence. If you like this video, please click the like button. I really, really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I also appreciate that a ton. If you want to interact with me on Twitter, I will put it right here. It's Warriors are going to the finals. Congrats to them. They played great. They earned it. They won in 5. That's cool. They're going to play either Boston or Miami. I'm hoping for Boston. And I think that matchup gets really, really juicy because there's a lot of star power in there. And there's different matchups that are really, really intriguing. But anyway, I'm done here. Peace.